And welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith with. It's the interview series presented by WFPK at WFPK.org, Consequence and the Consequence Podcast Network. Thanks for making your way here for checking out the series. Of course, you know what to do. If you like what you see, what you hear, hit that subscribe button. I put out new interviews just like this one every single week. So it's a great way to keep up with all of your favorite artists, discover some new ones. You can also grab us wherever you get your podcast from as well. Spotify, Apple Podcast, NPR, WFPK.org. Or, of course, right here on YouTube for the video versions. Anywhere you get your podcast from, you can subscribe to Kyle Meredith with. That's me, Kyle Meredith. Today, I'm going to be talking with actress Luciane Buchanan about the new Apple TV Plus series called Chief of War. It's an epic historical drama starring, written, and executive produced by Jason Momoa, set amidst the beautiful backdrop of the islands of Hawaii. The 9-episode series, based on true events, follows warrior Kaiana, portrayed by Jason Momoa, as he tries to unify the islands before Western colonization in the 18th century. It's told from the indigenous perspective and features a predominantly Polynesian cast on top of that, including Luciane Buchanan, who I'm talking to, who plays this queen, who really is the one who actually unifies all of these different islands who are warring with each other just in time for the white guys to show up. And that's never good, as we know from history. So I'm going to be talking with Luciane all about this, about the audition process and getting it, and learning about this queen because obviously there's no videos of her, so she has to sort of figure out how to embody her in this true way, and just the experience that she had on this set and working with Momoa and so much more. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're talking Chief of War on Apple TV Plus. It's Kyle Meredith with Luciane Buchanan.
Hello, how are ya?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. It's a beautiful day. Can't complain. Also, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You got to do like what, an 8-hour junket for your birthday? That's a way to
Yeah,
spend it.
and then a premiere afterwards. 3,000 people. Turn up
Guess
for
there's
the
worse
party.
ways. Yeah. Oh, well, let me be one of those thousands of people to go ahead and congratulate you. Because Chief of War, I mean, this is beautiful, right? What a beautifully shot, what a beautifully acted, what a beautiful story.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's so let's hear a bit about it because these it's based on true events.
Hmm.
The unification of the islands, what we now call the Hawaiian Islands, but from the indigenous perspective. Like, how much did you know this story going into it?
Oh my gosh, I was saying yesterday I had no idea about Hawaiian history at all. I had visited on holiday or vacation, as you guys say, and I had heard of King Kamehameha because there's schools named after him, and I've seen statues, but I didn't know about his legacy and how he's one of the greats. And so when the audition came up, this character was there, and I was like, I have to be a part of this. Apple TV's making it, Jason's making it. Is this a real thing? I can't believe they're funding a Polynesian historical drama. Like, this feels surreal.
Mhm.
And then I got the audition and just deep dived into this character. And then I just became obsessed. I was like, I've never read something like her before. And fiction, nonfiction. And I spent about the whole weekend decoding this audition side because I had no idea what they were talking about. And once I got the role, I ended up coming to Hawaii and kind of island hopping, researching. And the more you know, the more amazing it is. I think our show only scratches the surface of that history. And I think it's awesome that the show exists because I hope that people out there will look into it by being introduced to the history from our show.
It's interesting the way you talk about like finding out about her and how it just keeps building and everything. Like, what is it about her? Because again, you do have this, she's a real person, right? You're
Yes.
portraying it, but it's not like you can jump on the YouTube and like you still have to
No.
create some of this.
Yeah.
Like, how did you find your way into her then?
Oh gosh. Well, it was exactly that. Google can only give you so much. I went to certain local libraries on the Big Island here in Oahu, and I would find these books set in this time, but I would find maybe 2 or 3 pages on this character, and I'm like, seriously? Like, she was pretty iconic and very, very well known. Because most of the history books focus on King Kamehameha, and all I could find was, she was the favorite wife, and some of the explorers' journals, George Vancouver just spoke about how beautiful she was, and I was like, there's got to be more. I need to find out more. So I managed to find historical sites on the island where her birthplace in Maui.
Is the
Um,
cave, right?
yes, the cave where she was born, which is a crazy story in itself.
I heard you just say something like you took like 3 hours of trying to find it and then just
Yes,
accidentally ended up there anyway.
yes, I Googled it, found a website that had a picture of the cave, and I was like, I have to go there. And then I never found that page again. And I went through my Google history and I was like, did I make that up? I swear there's like the specific photo that I saw. And she's from Hana in Maui, which is on the east side. And there's this famous road to Hana. I don't know if you've ever been to Maui, but it's a 3 hour drive of like twists and turns. So you're just the whole time like stressed out because it's just a cliff. And yeah, eventually made it out there, talked to locals, and I was like, hey, do you know of this cave? And everyone gave me different answers. They're like, maybe down the road, like over here. And
I like the when they say maybe.
maybe, yeah.
Try it. Yeah.
And I was like, I've driven down this road 5 times. The locals are now looking at me really strange. Also, I stuck out because I rented a Jeep Wrangler that was bright red, which screams tourists. And then, yeah, I was walking around and I just said, you know what? I drove all this way. It's probably not going to happen. That's okay. I'm going to go for a swim. And so I kind of walked past this couple and I was like, can't swim there. That's a bit creepy. They're having a little private moment. And so I continued to walk for another 10 minutes and I found it, strangely enough. And I couldn't believe my eyes. It was just, there was no like beaten path, and no,
How I would say a path.
you'd say path. Path for me. I'm changing, Kyle. No.
It's happening.
And no. I'm a Kiwi. I'm a Kiwi. Um, yeah, and I just kind of took off my hat, took off my shoes, and like set my intentions for playing this role, and just kind of let her spirit know that like I might not be the right person to do so, and maybe not the last person to do so, but I wanted to honor her in the best way that I could. And I had this really spiritual moment where, yeah, the trees started to shake and the wind like picked up, and I was like, no, this is a bad sign. I'm the wrong person. And then it just went quiet, and it was just like a really beautiful moment. And that happened very early on, before I had met anyone on the production, before I had met Jason in person, before I'd read a script. And yeah, I kind of used that as an anchor point whenever I kind of got tired on set or frustrated with the schedule changing or storylines changing. I just kind of go back to that moment of being very grateful to be the one to tell her story.
And I mean, and you define it so well. I mean, again, I don't have a lot to base it on, but
Mm.
which sounds me silly saying that, but like, but that's it. Like you're her. That's the look in your the looks that you give
Oh,
throughout
thank
the entire
you.
series. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, that's it's what
Yeah.
they call good acting.
Oh, thank you. I'm too critical to know. I'm like, oh, that day was cold.
But then you've got to learn the language on top of it, right? It's not just creating
Yeah.
that. Like, well, you
And
got to learn to ride the horse without knowing how to ride the horse.
exactly, which I would definitely lie about to get a job for sure.
Of course.
Uh, but yeah, I remember they were saying, the first 2 episodes is predominantly Olelo Hawai'i, which is the native language here, which is an endangered language. And only in the past 2 generations have they revitalized that and have full immersion schools teaching the next generation how to speak the language. So there was a lot of pressure to make sure I did my best, not get it right, because there's so many ways of speaking the language. But that was daunting because once I got the job, I was like, okay, I actually have to do the job now. This is quite scary. And I think it was my favorite part of the job because it was so challenging. When you forget a line, you can't ad lib in another language. You can't just make up words or get the gist of it. But yeah, once I honed that and worked really hard with my amazing coach Hina, I felt so much more like the character. I feel like you get deeper into that world because we're not speaking English, which they wouldn't have spoken at the time. So I think it was another gift from the show. Like, oh, I'm capable of acting in another language. Okay, tick that one.
But I want, you coming off of your own autobiographical short film with Mother Tongue,
Yeah.
like it feels like there's a lot about identity. I mean, was that obvious? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, totally. I wrote that actually years and years ago when I was at university. I was studying psychology, and there was a class specifically for speech and language therapy. And I was like, if this acting thing doesn't work out, I could be a speech language therapist. Yeah, with the voice and they were looking for people of Polynesian descent who could speak their mother tongues because a lot of patients they can't speak to. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. But first problem, I can't speak any other language other than English. And so I kind of created the story from there, and I used the study that was, yeah, the whole premise of the short film. So I literally wrote a short film about how I can't speak Tongan and then book a job where they require me to speak Olelo Hawai'i. So it's quite funny how life works out.
Right. Right. Just a mind trip, I think that would be on to kind of go straight, from
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, beautifully done and
Thank
completely
you.
believable. Again, it's and Jason Momoa as an acting partner, I'm guessing that's its own.
Oh my gosh, so fun. Although I required a lot of apple boxes because of our height difference, which might be obvious in some scenes and maybe not in others. But he's 6'4" and I'm 5'2", so that was an interesting. But everyone's so tall in the show, so
Yeah.
good.
Well played on that. Seriously, it's such a beautiful work.
So
I'm
much.
baited too. I need to see what happens next.
Oh, what are you up to? What episode?
No, I watched nine. I've watched the whole nine.
Oh,
So
you did. Oh, so you
yeah.
want them next season, hopefully.
Yeah, right. That's what I need. That's what I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Congratulations on this, seriously. And it's so great to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking that time.
Yes, thank you for your time. So nice to meet you.
And thanks to my guest. Also, thanks to you for checking out the episode in the series. Before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button. Again, you get 3 brand new interviews every single week. New one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at right here on YouTube, or of course anywhere in podcast land, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, NPR, or WFPK.org as well. A great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover new ones as well. Then after that, actually head over to WFPK.org. That's where I do a show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour full of song premieres, music news, anniversary spins, bonus interviews, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern at WFPK.org. Consequence has your music and film news. You can also find me on the social media spots, Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Twitter. All 3 of them, the address is at Kyle Meredith. Do hope you like and follow along. That does it for another edition. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.